I'm gonna hop quickly and show an image of what brought about this idea, but in a nutshell, got an email from somebody. They've created an app and they just wanted my thoughts on it. They thought maybe that we could run some sort of partnership, but basically, hey, here's how it works, Clay. What do you think? Is there any sort of, business opportunities and all of that? And then I came across this image here and they're talking about it. And yeah, as I said in the opening, it all has to revolve around this portion of the app and competition. So up at the very top of the image, you see that was part of the email that users compete against each others. I think they meant other, but that's okay. You look down below here at the image and you can see the people are ranked based off percentages. You have first, second, third, and all of that. So it's a big old competition. And even on the top graph, you have everybody's line charts there showing their gains, which really just intensifies the competition that much more. Hopefully the image really kind of just lined everything up as far as, oh wow, it's not like it's a competition in the sense of just first place and second, but you have line charts and all that sort of stuff. And this is actually one of these things that was marketed to me about what makes the app so great. And I'm basically gonna tell you what I wrote back to the person on why I wasn't a jerk about it. I just politely told them, yeah, I don't like that part of it, because I don't believe that people should compete. So let's just kind of think about it. What do you compete for? What's the point of a competition? Well, to win, right? And I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but that is why you compete. You compete to win. And when you have a bunch of people that are competing, well, how do you win? How do you get over there? Again, I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but I mean, this is very dangerous in the world of trading. I get it. If in many parts of the world, competition is a great thing, but when it comes to this, not so good. Well, how do you actually win? Well, you have to perform. And in this case, you have to outperform your competition via who's going to make more money, who's going to have a better return. And it sounds good on the surface. I get it. It sounds good from hey, sign up for my app. Part of this app is you get to compete against your friends. But let's look at it from a habit perspective. How are you going to perform in order to win? Especially if this is all just paper money, if it's play money. How are you going to perform? Well, I'm just speaking for myself, but most people I've found that are in the markets, they have some competitive bones in their body, because you kind of, by definition, need to be a relatively competitive person to even throw yourself into the markets, especially in the trading sense. So when you have those competitive bones in your body, well, what does that mean? That means you want to perform well, meaning you want to win. And what happens a lot of times is, well, I can perform best if I do something dumb. Dumb in the sense of, well, if this was real money, or sometimes even real money, well, I want to win, so I'm going to do this. And a very stereotypical this may be all in. So I'm going to go all in on some speculative stock, some speculative fill in the blank, Forex parent, some speculative, cryptocurrency, anything. You're going all in. Now that's dumb. That's not what you want to do. But I want to beat my friends. I want to beat these other people because look, their line right now is up above mine. How do I catch up? How do I get ahead? How do I perform well? Well, let's just go all in on something. How about some more? Let's just do stupid. So you put in a stop loss, the price is getting close. Well, no. I'm going to eliminate the stop loss, because if I take a loss, then now I'm going to drop down here in the competition. But technically, you don't lose until you sell. So if I just get rid of that, then I can, if this thing turns around, then I can get back up on the competition. And again, that's stupid. Those aren't the habits that you want to be forming. And when you are competing against other people, that is what's going to drive you to do. You're going to pretty much win at all cost. And all cost, sure, I'm not saying that it's all going to be all bad habits, but there's going to be little habits of things that you're doing that you would never have done if you knew that there's no such thing as a competition that's going on. I have a video, one of the early videos that I did where I talk about, setting goals for yourself is actually relatively bad, meaning I want to make, let's just say $100 a day. I would still argue that that's rough because now you have set up a competition with yourself of, I want to get to $100. And sometimes that's just, it's not really logistically friendly to get there, meaning, yeah, there weren't really any trades and you shouldn't have made any trades, but you still kind of did because you wanted to get to that goal of $100. And that's kind of the competition with yourself, is to get to that $100. So you kind of just have to make it work. Well, make it work is a nice, classy way of saying, so I just broke a bunch of rules, I made bad habits, and that's how I got there. And then that's not what you want. You want to be always focused on good habits. And just, the final thing to perform to win, and this would be a big one, I think, would just be forcing trades. Because let's face it, if your money's sitting on the sideline within this competition, it's not growing at all. Well, how do you win this competition? You need to grow your money. So now all of a sudden you're going to be looking, and whether or not a trade setup actually exists, who cares? These little competition voices are going to be, yeah, there you go. Get your money back in the market. There, yeah. And you're going to start to form all sorts of bad habits and just simply imagining setups. And forcing trades, this is probably, I'd say, one of the biggest struggles that all traders have, because sometimes if there's no trades going on, then it feels like you're not doing something right, or it feels like it just doesn't feel. It makes you feel like something is off. But that's not necessarily the case. But again, you throw in, that you're competing. Yeah, you're going to be trying to make trades as much as possible, which you should. You should, because you're in a competition. But in the real world, you shouldn't always be looking to do that, because you should just be taking what the market gives you. But when you overarch things with the competition, it's going to introduce voices that don't need to be there, and then it's going to start to form bad habits. Because even when you get out of the competition, and let's just say this was all virtual money, paper money, and then you start to go with real money, one of these times a voice is going to show up and say, hey, remember back in that competition and you did that? Let's give that a try. Well, what you did maybe back in the competition in order to perform well just to win was actually kind of dumb or stupid or something like that. And now you try it with real money, and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt. So you got to be very, very careful. This is not the type of experience you want to be building competing against others. The classic example of this is through the podcast that I have, and a lot of people do this in high school. And they do the stock picking game in their economics class or whatever. And the smart people, they know, okay, well, we're in a competition, and in the best to perform well, especially if it's with percentages, let me find some penny stocks, because penny stocks actually move percentage-wise, and they play those, and all of a sudden, yep, my portfolio was up 150%, which for penny stocks, okay. But as far as the practical part of things, in terms of, well, would there ever have been enough liquidity and volume to actually sell when you wanted to? But they don't factor that into some high school economics class. They're just looking at percentages. But the whole point here being is, are those people, when they get real money, is that what they're going to go do? Put their money into penny stocks because they use those? Again, on the surface, I get it. Percentages were great. They won the competition. But there's a lot more that goes into penny stocks, namely the liquidity problem that could come back to bite those people. So don't compete with other people. And definitely, if there's some sort of app and a selling feature, is, hey, yeah, and you can compete. No, don't compete. It's already hard enough. Just keep competing against the voice in your head. You don't need to be introducing more competition voices. So stay away from that bad word. Very, very bad word in the world of trading. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.